Now we're going to continue with the MSN Marketing Info session, and we're going to provide a little bit of career advice as far as how to pick courses and tracks within our degree plan. So as you know, we covered in the previous section, we have 5 specialized tracks: the advertising, business development, digital, analytics, product management. The one thing to keep in mind with all of these tracks is that when you get your when you graduate and you get your degree, your diploma, or your transcript, the word, say, digital track or analytics track does not appear on your diploma or the transcript. The reason is that we use them for advising purposes, so that we can tell you what courses to take if you already decided what specialty area to pursue. That way we don't have to inform 180 individual students about what courses. If you're interested in advertising, we've outlined what are the core courses you really must take and what are some of the electives. Then we have our 6th track, which is kind of build your own, and it allows you a lot of flexibility. You must, however, take 9 credit hours of marketing prefix courses out of the total 21 credit hours. When you're picking non-marketing courses, the only thing to be careful with is to make sure they're listed in the marketing management track. Do not pick some random course that you came across that you liked, because if you do that and it's not in the degree plan, it's not going to count towards your degree. This track is especially good when you're doing a dual degree, like in 2 master's degrees, a master's and an MBA, or if you know what courses you want to take, but they're in several different tracks, then this is also ideal. It's also good if you're unsure of what track you're going to end up pursuing, and maybe you won't pursue a specific track. So it allows you a lot of flexibility. So one of the things you have to be thinking about when deciding what area to go into, what specialty areas, look at what jobs there are, what are the growth rates, and how competitive they are. So this is an example looking at the DFW area. I excluded sales because it's a huge number of jobs and it kind of skews all the others. But this kind of shows you that in the Dallas area there is quite a bit of jobs in the different areas. Product management in the Dallas area is mainly in healthcare and technology. So a lot of those jobs may not be ideal for you because in the case of technology, they want people who have work experience in that industry, in telecommunications, for example, and or that have a technical undergraduate degree, such as engineers or in software development, etc. So you do have to do some research. Don't just go by the number of jobs. Also, experience will tell you that there are some areas, and if you kind of do some reading on your own and do some of the things I'm going to recommend shortly, you'll see some areas like advertising and branding that, yes, there's 1,600 jobs, but there's not a lot of growth. There's a lot of competition. Graduate degrees are not very common, not really required. Whereas in digital and analytics, there is a lot of growth, and certain software skills are relatively new, like web analytics. So there's more opportunity, more jobs, higher pay in some of these other areas. So do some research on that. So the kind of research you do is, once you know, and hopefully everybody knows more or less where their strengths and interests are, but let's say, for example, you're thinking about digital. Going to LinkedIn, which is the premier job posting site in the United States, we see for this zip code 75080, which is where UT Dallas is located, there's some 1,500 jobs in the Dallas area. So once you do that, you say, okay, that's reasonable. If I had entered brand management in the title, brand manager, I can guarantee you there's very, very few jobs. Do it for yourself. So branding is one people like, but there's just not a lot of jobs. So make sure there's a lot of jobs in the area that you're thinking of pursuing. And then dig down, look at 8, 10, 20 postings from reputable large companies for the type of title you aspire to when you graduate. And look at what are some of the common requirements. So for product manager, like I mentioned, they do tend to require 5 years of experience. Now, this is a product management in digital, so it was posted under digital. And the other thing you really want to look at so that you can later pick courses is what are the skills that they're asking for. So if you're interested in product management within digital, you'll see a common theme come up about what skills are being asked for. So UX design, user experience design, down below, agile development methodologies. So we have courses that teach these two different skill sets. So that's the type of thing you're looking for. What are those 5 skills, those 3-4 softwares that are very commonly required for this particular area within marketing? And then you want to go and make sure that you're picking courses that teach some of these skills that you don't have. Where can you find those syllabi? So let me just talk about that here. So if you go to the UT Dallas homepage, down at the bottom there's something called Course Lookup that I highlighted in red. When you click on that, you will come to a page, a query page, that allows you to enter certain filters like the term, the class prefix. If you know the class number, enter it there. And once you do that, it'll populate the course or courses that you're interested in. And usually you will see that it has view syllabus. My arrow is not aligning correctly, but you'll see a view syllabi. And if you click on that, you can see if it teaches you or covers some of the things that you're needing based on your job research. Often at the beginning of a semester, the syllabi are unfortunately not posted by all faculty. So kind of a trick of the trade is to go to a previous semester, like let's say in this example, go back to the fall and pick this course, and usually there, 9 times out of 10, the syllabi will be there. International students, some additional advice is be thinking about, if you don't get a job here, make sure you have skills that allow you to get a good paying job in your home country. So do your market research. LinkedIn's probably not the best because it's mainly US based, but you can see in LinkedIn, if I enter product manager in China, there's 274 results. If I do analytics in China, it's 72 results. So you do have to kind of weigh these things and consider them. Don't just blindly say, I'm going to pursue analytics because I'm going to get that job in the United States. Because if you don't get it, is really that the best job and track in your home country? And it may be. Analytics is growing everywhere, so it's not as developed in the United States, but eventually it's going to happen. So just one more example, a little bit repetitive. I'm looking at marketing analytics jobs, and then I'm drilling down and seeing what are the skill sets. So here in green you can see things like Excel. You say, well, no, Excel is really important. Advanced level of Excel and analytics. SQL is also. Sometimes these job postings don't have a lot of detail, so that's why you may have to look at 10 to 20 job postings to get a better sense of what are the type of experience that's being looked at for different levels and titles. That's why it's so important that you just as soon as possible get relevant internships. If you're able to work in the United States, get that part-time, full-time job in the field as soon as possible. So how do you pick a track? So let's kind of summarize and add some additional detail to that. You really want to leverage your undergraduate degree. So if you had an undergraduate degree in advertising and you want to go into, let's say, something like a product management, there's not going to be a lot of connection. There's a little bit always, but not as much. But if you go into digital marketing and advertising, yes, you can leverage a lot of what you learned. Same thing with work experience. You want to leverage any work experience you have and skills. This is a graduate degree, so I think in most cases everybody wants to make more money, and to do so, remember a lot of these postings are asking for some job experience. So if you're going to go into analytics and you were in human resources, there's really no connection whatsoever. So you're not going to be able to leverage that to get that job or to get that better paying job. You might get a more entry level job, and you may have to do that. So it's something to think about. You can get internships regardless, an OPT for international students, in any area or track that you pursue. However, if your English is not good, you'll probably only get an internship with a small company, and it'll be unpaid. So do research skills, and if you don't have a lot of work experience, having some software that's in demand in a particular area, like in web analytics or in pure analytics like SAS, things like SAS and R, it really is important that you get those courses as soon as possible so you're in a better position to land that internship. That's why it's so important you do that research before you pick some of these courses. Again, for international students, unless you're in the analytics insights area, or if you have a technical undergraduate degree, if you're in product management, it is hard to get a visa sponsorship. So again, be thinking about a broader picture and other options for you. So in addition to doing your own research, attend a lot of the local professional organizations. So if you are wanting to be in professional sales, there are sales organizations. If you want to be in digital marketing, there's everything from social media to web analytics to search engine marketing organizations in the Dallas area. Go there, talk to people, see, network. A lot of students have obtained jobs in that way. Also, visit classes if you're unsure of what track you want to pursue in the area that you might be thinking of. So if you're thinking of analytics but are not sure, go to one of the higher level analytics classes just to attend one day to, always ask the instructor for permission and see if the type of book, the things they're talking about, is something that's really within your interest and skill set. So that hopefully by the next semester you'll have better direction. Always if undecided, start out with a lot of the core courses and classes or electives that you really want to take, that you really need, or that are found in many different tracks. Like spreadsheet modeling is one that's really useful because it is advanced Excel in just about every track with the possible exception of sales. Consider the dual degrees because, again, these dual degrees allow you to stay longer. If you don't have work experience, broaden your skills. It gives you more internship opportunities. So if you're pursuing that route, again, the marketing management track is one to definitely consider. And again, just to emphasize, think of those job skill opportunities if you return to your home country, speaking to international students, that might give you more opportunities in your home country. Always have a plan B, a backup plan. Don't just take courses that later may not be very helpful to you. So this concludes this section dealing with picking courses and track selection. Once you're here at UTD in the orientation, and before every semester we have meetings where we tell you what courses are coming along, and then you can certainly ask questions. But this is going to take you like 90% of the way if you have the initiative.